Okay, so this is the original engine. This bag has got a bunch of oil in it because it was leaking still. Anyway, so I've put a little bit of stuff together here based on the parts diagram, because what I got was a completely disassembled head. Well, not completely, but the cams were in it, all the valve tappet rocker arms were out, all this was off, and all the bolts were in this bucket. And I found out that there were 3 rocker arms broken. I thought it was only 1 originally. I don't know if they were broken in the engine running or whenever they were taking it apart or handling it. I don't know. I need to pull the cylinder head completely and check the pistons and the cylinder walls. But right now I'm going to make sure that I have everything for this part right here, which is extremely difficult. I do have some more rocker arms on the way to replace all the broken ones, so I will have all 8. I do have all these, the seals up here, and these also have the seals on the bottom. Everything looks good. I shined a light all through it and the side here, put a magnet, didn't find anything. Everything looks pretty clean, no missing teeth that I can see. So for now, I think we're okay there. The cleaning's very nasty inside there. That's gonna have to be seriously cleaned out. But right now my main struggle is making sure I have all the hardware for this, for the rocker arms and all this up here. I've got the sizes and the parts diagram. I don't know what I'm really looking at here. I don't know how much of this is from this part or from this bike even. So yeah, I thought I had all of these, but I thought this was one of them, but they're not. They're too small and I have no idea what they are. So maybe they're the side cover bolts or the alternator cover bolts, I don't know. So I may just have to buy those also. Luckily the bolts are not terribly expensive. Hopefully I don't have to get all of them, but I can't find my caliper to measure these for sure, because that'll make it a lot easier. But when I find that, I'll hopefully be able to figure out which ones are which, and hopefully I'm not missing very many, if any. But the rocker arms, on the other hand, these guys, very hard to, well, they're not hard to find. They're the same for all the pre-gen Ninja 250s, but they're not cheap. So if you order one from a parts warehouse, it's going to be about 70 bucks. Luckily, I found some on eBay. And I still spent way more than I should have, especially not knowing the condition of the cylinder, but I wanted to make sure I had them, because I need to know, personally, I would like to know that all this stuff is here, ready to be assembled, before I pull it and add more bolts to the pile. So that's where we're at on the engine right now. I'm gonna at least put it together. It got dark on me quick. I got off work late tonight, so, and my garage isn't lit that well, so it's getting hard to see what I'm doing. But when I have some time, I'm gonna really dig into this and make sure I have all these bolts. And at this point, I've spent so much time and energy and money on it, it might just get pushed back a couple weeks. And if I have to get more serious parts, maybe like pull the cylinder apart and hone it, or hopefully I don't think that there's going to be any damage to it, but I mean, the rocker arms had to break for some reason, right? So before it all goes back together, I'm going to make sure everything's clean and properly put together. Everything's cleaned out, you know, and the timing is right and the valves are adjusted and everything. And hopefully the piston is okay and the cylinder's okay, because I really don't want to have to do all that. But at this point, unless it just needs to be completely rebored and have a new piston made and all that, I'll draw the line before that. But you know, I'm going full send on it. I know I said I was probably going to run with the newer engine, but I don't know. The whole point was that it was my first bike and I wanted to kind of restore it a little bit, and it makes more sense, since I have the original engine, to at least put in some effort and try to get the original engine in it. And in which case I'll be giving the newer engine back to my buddy so he can use it for something, because he said if at all possible he would like whatever parts I don't end up needing back. So I'll do him a solid there, hopefully get this one in it. Yeah, it's short video, not a whole lot of information because I don't really know what I'm looking at right now. I'm gonna have to go do some forum digging and scouring the parts diagrams, but this is where we're at. Yay.